Hey folks, how you living? Hope you're alive in living color. You're watching another episode of EML77 TV, episode 308. That's right. You know, I had an interesting Facebook conversation with my good friend Moses Barraza, who is a New Bedford native, a wrestling fan, and also a staple in the South Coast marketplace. The South Coast flea market, that I usually visit sometimes here and there if I want to find something rare and all that. So, he's been watching too much Firefly Funhouse, I told him, because he keeps saying yowie wowie. It's hilarious. I like that catchphrase, yowie wowie. Like, yowie wowie, what the heck is that thing? You know? So I thought it was pretty funny. Even fans chanted it sometimes. It's hilarious. So we're talking about Bray Wyatt and how his new Fiend gimmick is really going to help him out, help his career out. And think about it, he's got Finn Balor at SummerSlam. And I said with the Mandible Claw and a few new moves that Moses says he couldn't tell me, but he said we're going to see it. I say come SummerSlam, Finn's in trouble. And he told me that Finn's going to take some time off, which I think he had. And Finn was a great Intercontinental Champion. He lost the title to Shinsuke Nakamura at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view kickoff. So he says he's going to come back as a member of the OC, possibly lead the team. You know what I'm thinking? Let's be in time. I like to see this at Survivor Series. So I figured, picture this. All right, picture this, folks. All you wrestling fans, picture this in your minds. The OC. They'll be the team of Finn Balor being the captain, because he did originate the Bullet Club. AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, versus the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole is your team captain. Roderick Strong. And the Red Dragon team, that will be Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Now here's the interesting side note. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole once appeared as a tag team in Ring of Honor known as Future Shock. If you're a hardcore wrestling fan like myself, you wouldn't know that. If you don't, then you learn something new, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine those two teams go at it. You got the technically sound Finn Balor can take it to the skies. So you're talking about Roderick Strong can take it to the skies. You can get those two lock up. You got AJ Styles and Adam Cole are like the spokespeople, kind of de facto leaders for the team. Why not, have those two go at it? And then you got Gallows and Anderson versus O'Reilly and Fish. I give the OCs the advantage because you got a big guy like Luke Gallows as part of the team. Luke Gallows can eliminate three guys, and Adam Cole, the loudmouth, will be the only one left. Adam Cole, baby! I still haven't been a fan of it, so I think it's pretty cool. I like to see that matchup, the OC versus the Undisputed Era. So, is there any Dream Survivor Series matchups you like to see? Okay, I got one for you. All right, check this out. How about the Viking Raiders and Heavy Machinery teaming up against the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker, The Big Show, and Braun Strowman? Imagine those four teams going at it. You're going to have a special guest referee in that matchup. I think Mark Henry should be a special guest referee in that matchup. He'll just let them go. Let these big boys go and start tearing each other apart. I can see Braun Strowman and The Big Show doing some serious double teaming. Imagine Braun Strowman picking up The Undertaker and using him as a weapon instead of flying as Eric and Ivar. You got Otis and Tucker. I mean, imagine Otis and The Undertaker. You're like, Tucky, big brother, I want Taker, I want the dead man. Hey, dead man, I'm coming! Imagine that. Imagine those four big old these two big old four-man teams going at it. It'll be a barn burner brawl. If I was refereeing that match, I'd say, you know what? I'm just going to count to three. I'm not going to even give you rope breaks and all that. Have at it. No disqualification, no count out. Look at the announcer and say, you better tell the people, no count out, no DQ, anything goes in this matchup. You think I'm going to step in between these big boys? You got another thing coming. I'm just going to count to three. That's it. And their butts head to the locker room after being eliminated. Although Undertaker would be like smirking, going, "Good choice." Because last thing I wanted to do is go Undertaker. 1, 2, 3. I said 5. It's 5. I'll DQ your butt back to the locker room, Taker. Don't want to disrespect the dead man. Trust me on that one. It'd be crazy. Right down the street. You know what I'm saying? So, what other dream matches? Let's talk about. We obviously want to see the four horsewomen of MMA versus NXT. The four horsewomen of NXT obviously would be Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Bayley versus Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Jessamine Duke, and Marina Shafir. But how about this matchup? All right, how about this matchup? Check out this NXT women's. This was an NXT women's division. Let's pit. Okay, or better yet, let's pit this women's matchup. The Kabuki Warriors is Asuka and Kairi Sane, Xia Li, and Mia Yim versus Io Shirai, the Iconics, and Bianca Belair. On the Iconics Io Shirai Belair team, you would have four ladies who can wrestle well, who's got power, and also got serious attitude. And in Xia Li, the Kabuki Warriors, and Mia Yim, you're going to have a mix of everything. Imagine that. Okay, let's talk about. Okay, here's another team. Now, let's talk about the team with charisma, the New Day. We'll team up with a guy with great charisma too. I would pick No Way Jose. How about this? No Way Jose and a New Day, because they always like to party and always like to have fun. Versus who should I pit those four gentlemen against? Let's see. Imperium. Imperium is the most serious team ever. The Imperium. That's the team of Walter, Alexander Wolf, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Bartel from NXT UK. Imagine the New Day and No Way Jose, a team that likes to have fun, dancing around, swiveling the hips, and you got the most serious team ever in the Imperium. Come on, contrasting styles, folks. This is going to be crazy. I know that's like, Eric, is that a little bit racist? You got four white guys going up against four black guys. I know, but if it were the American fans, I would root for New Day and No Way Jose. Boo the heck out of the Imperium. Why not, right? The Imperium are jerks over in NXT UK. I'm sure the whole world will probably rooting against the Imperium. You kidding me? That's a matchup I want to see. You know what? And I hope New Day and No Way Jose beats them. That's what I think. So, okay, imagine this. Why don't we have an international team? You got, let's say Team Scotland. You got Gallus and let's say Noam Dar, because Noam Dar likes bending the rules about as vicious as Gallus is. Against Team England, Pete Dunne, Mustache Mountain, and I would put Mark Andrews up against Noam Dar. I can see that matchup. Okay. All right. How about this for a matchup? All right. Let's pit Nia Jax, Tamina Snuka, Piper Niven, and Jazzy Gabbard up against. Let's put them against. Oh shoot! Who? I would put Toni Storm, Rhea Ripley. Who else? Shoot. Man, this is, oh shoot, Toni Storm. All right, you got the women of power on your team. You got Jazzy Gabbard, Piper Niven, Nia Jax, and Tamina Snuka. You gotta have Toni Storm, Rhea Ripley, and I would put Reina Gonzalez and from NXT. So should I? This is a tough one. Making these dream matches for Survivor Series is pretty tough, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Let's see what happens at Survivor Series. We'll see how they go about this, because it's I can't come up with another team for you against, I would pit Fire and Desire. Yeah, because Sonya Deville is about lethal. So Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Rhea Ripley, and Reina Gonzalez. You combine those four against that power team of Rhea, or get Gonzalez on and put Toni Storm in there. I could see Toni Storm lock up with and she did lock up with Piper Niven at Suge's house party. I think Toni retained her title. But the fact of the matter is, I like Toni Storm. She's cute and gorgeous and got a cute smile too. What's up and everything else. Or if you want to put an all-Australian team, the Iconics, Rhea Ripley, and Toni Storm versus Piper Niven, Nia Jax, Jazzy Gabber, and Tamina Snuka. And here's the thing about Nia Jax is she can speak a little bit of German. Her mother is German. So I think she'll be able to communicate with Jazzy Gabber. I can see Nia Jax and Jazzy Gabber team up, because they can communicate with each other in German. So sometimes when there's a team that speaks the same language, they can communicate with each other in that language. They don't know to throw their opponent off. You don't know what they're saying. People talking about when the Rougeau brothers teamed up, they spoke French to each other, and they throw off their opponents. And communication's very important. So you never know what to expect. So anything can happen in the WWE, they say. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if you guys saw the new look WWE Network. It's pretty cool. So, check it out if you can. So, it'll be something to behold. So, we'll see what happens. So, those are some of my Dream Survivor Series teams. If you guys want to comment on what your Dream Survivor Series team matchups would be, and I do some of that on DeviantArt as well. So, we'll see what happens. Like I said, we'll see what happens between now and Survivor Series. Things can happen. We got SummerSlam coming up next. The third of the big four events. You got Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and then Survivor Series. We'll see what happens then. We got a lot of ground to cover between now and then. And so we'll see what happens. All right? So that's all the time we have on the show. God's life, love, and light, and blessings to all of you out there. Catch you on the flip side. Remember, pay attention. You might learn something. I'll see you on episode 309. See ya. Bye.